Hey there, Coach Rylan here, and I've got your May 2011 edition of Workout Espresso for Wellbella magazine. Now this month is National Bike Month, and what I want to do is put together a great stationary cycle workout that will allow you to use the bikes at the gym to get the maximum effectiveness out of them. Now usually the stationary cycles are kind of delegated to that area of the gym where people will use them if everything else is taken, but generally speaking it's not your first choice. But with this workout, I'm going to show you how you can use it to your advantage to keep a short workout, but still get incredible results. So let's get started with this month's workout. So the first thing that you want to do is actually set a resistance that's actually quite light, and you're going to maintain your RPMs at 65 or greater for the first 2 minutes. Now these first 2 minutes are basically just a warm-up. Now the idea with doing the stationary cycle workout to the best possible effectiveness that you can manage out of it is to keep your RPMs at a steady rate. Most people when they're on the bikes, they let their RPMs drop too low. Your RPM is just your pedal speed. So we're not talking about actual speed here, because what will happen is depending on the resistance that you choose on the bike, your speed will go up or down depending on your pedal speed. So we're not talking about pedal speed, we're not talking about speed as in miles per hour, kilometers per hour, we're talking about revolutions per minute. So how many cycles of the pedal are you getting in 1 minute? Now, generally speaking, 65 RPM is the bottom line. Anything less than that, and I'm at 65 RPM right now, you're not going to get an effective workout. So for the first 2 minutes, 65 RPM plus with a resistance that'll allow you to break a sweat within that first 2 minutes. Okay, so once you've completed your first 2 minutes for your warm-up, you've just broken a sweat and you're warm. Now the next thing what you want to do is you want to keep those RPMs steady. You don't want to increase the RPM. Again, 65 or greater, whatever's comfortable for you, just not lower than that. Maintain the 65 RPM, and as soon as your first 2 minutes of your warm-up is done, I want you to increase the level. So we're going to increase our resistance here, a couple notches. Now it needs to go up just enough where you can actually feel quite a bit of a change there. Sometimes on some bikes you increase the resistance and you really won't feel much. You need to go up to a level that you actually do feel the change there. Maintain that for 1 minute. Now once the first minute has elapsed, we're going to increase the resistance again. So we're going to up another couple levels here, just until I can feel it, and again keeping the RPM the same. So the RPM stays the same, but our resistance is going up. So this is going to get harder as we go to try and keep that pedal speed up. It's going to get a lot more strenuous for the legs. We're going to have to work harder. Heart rate's going to go up. We're really going to start increasing metabolism, but do not let your RPMs drop below 65. 65 to 75, somewhere in there is good. Higher if you want to, but whatever you start with, you want to maintain. Now once you've done that minute, we're going to do this again, up a couple levels, keeping that 65 to 75 RPM the same. And we're going to do this twice more. So for 5 minutes, every minute we're increasing the resistance, keeping the RPM steady. So I'm on my last minute here, my 5th minute. I've cranked up the resistance a lot since that first minute. It's getting really hard to maintain that 65 RPM. As soon as I finish my minute, dropping the resistance off for 2 minutes. This will allow our heart rate to come back down to kind of recover a little bit. So 2 minutes, keeping the RPMs the same, but much reduced resistance. So we basically want to drop the resistance back down to what we had during that first minute of our 5 minutes. Now you're going to feel like your legs are just going to want to go like crazy now because there's going to be nothing holding them back, but keep the RPM steady. Okay, now that the 2 minutes has elapsed, we've recovered a little bit. Now we've got our last 2 minutes of really heavy activity. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank the resistance up, and we're going to get our pedal speed, our RPM up as high as possible for full 2 minutes. So what's going to happen here is you're going to crank the resistance up, and you're going to come out of the gates really hard, but what's going to happen is your ability to keep that pedal speed up is going to drop rapidly. So you just go as fast as you can for 2 minutes, but we expect that your speed is actually going to be dropping the whole time. So crank it up, and as fast as you can for 2 minutes. Once your 2 minutes is elapsed, reduce all resistance and just free pedal for a minute or two. Let your heart rate come back down. Flush out some of that lactic acid out of your legs. Recover. Once you've recovered, workout's over. So once again, I'm Coach Rylan. I'll see you again next month with next month's workout. But until then, remember you can find all the details for this specific workout in your May 2011 edition of Well Bella magazine, which you can find in your local GNC.